Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Kia, and I am back for another video. And listen, I have to talk about this because I thought this was really interesting that this came across my TikTok timeline over the weekend, and I definitely wanted to share. And it is a story of someone named Domineashia, and I guess there have been issues with her daughter at school, and so she felt like her daughter was getting picked on and not getting fair results from the teacher. This little girl is in kindergarten. She's a little girl. And so Domineashia thought it would be a great idea to write the teacher because the teacher is grading on if they're hitting milestones and writing and understanding words and that kind of stuff. Because that's, kindergarten, first grade is when we start doing that. So Domineashia wrote them a letter and it didn't go how she wanted. So I'm just going to set my screen up so that we can have a quick conversation about it because she people are making the comments that she's a part of the No Kid Left Behind program. And if you're of my age group, 35, well, 40 and up, I think that's more of a 40 and up program, you know what No Kid Left Behind. It basically meant that even though a child wasn't hitting the correct milestones or didn't get the right grade, they were still pushed forward because no kid left behind. Basically, if a child at least attempted to and tried as hard as they could, they would get pushed forward to the next grade. And you'll see what I'm talking about here.
Okay, so yesterday, y'all know that Koya got her report card, and I wrote the teacher a letter. Don't talk about my handwriting. I graduated high school and I did some college. So,
All right, middle finger.
anyways, so I asked for a conference and I asked for a change of classroom because I just feel like she's nitpicking with my daughter. It's been
Trying to get it
multiple
so I can read
occasions,
it. Let me go back and see if I can pause it so I can read what
and
it
I
says because
asked
there's
for a change of
multiple
class.
errors here. So it says, "Hey, Miss Kid." Hey is spelled Hay. I can't read. Koya's number grades. I've never seen a report card like this. I figured it out though. Though is spelled Tho, not Though. What I'm not understand is, and what is spelled Wat. I'm not understand is why she scored nine oh, excuse me, why she scored all ones with handwriting, and handwriting is spelled as two separate words, and she knows how to spell and write her name. Yes, there was supposed to be a period right there. Yes, I understand she gets uppercase and lowercase mixed up a little bit, but scoring a one on handwriting, two words again, is ridiculous. Don't you, just the letter U, not YOU, think maybe a as if anything, maybe, oh, maybe a two if anything. I've been having problems with her behavior nonstop. She means nonstop, and there should be a dash there about small things. I keep record of this period. I need a meeting in person because this is really unacceptable. I am not saying Koya isn't in the wrong for not following directions, but some things, I'm pretty sure that's one word. I get a little iffy with that. Need to be she meant handled differently, like timeout for the student when it get to she 200 out of hand. She meant out of hand. So that is the letter. So that's what it says if you don't have time to read it. But again, she's writing a teacher about her daughter Koya's ability to read and write, and this is the letter that she wrote to the teacher. So let's just continue with her message.
Because I just feel like she's nitpicking with my daughter. It's been multiple occasions with her getting in trouble in the classroom for like the smallest things. The stuff is like really retarded to me. I mean, like they're in kindergarten, they're still kids. Like you don't have to report everything back. Like, oh, she dropped the pencil off her desk. Now I'm gonna send her to the office. Like it be stuff like that. Like it's really just nonsense. So I requested a conference, and she wrote back and said that I can come tomorrow. And she also got in trouble today in school. It says Koya had to sit with another teacher 2 times for not following directions. Okay. So I mean, I sent the letter today, and now all of a sudden she got.
So that is basically her first message that she wrote to the teacher. I feel like the little girl, and I'm not a teacher, I'm just a parent. I have two neuronormal twins and a special needs adult child. Again, if you watch the channel, you understand. What it looks like to me is that Koya is acting out, possibly because she's not at the same par as the other kids. And that could be a reason. So she's just acting out and maybe not wanting to do work because it's just not as easy for her. So that's why she's having issue. Again, I don't know. I'm assuming that that could be the issue, but I've seen that with other kids. I've seen that with my oldest. That could be what it is. But the crazy part is that the mom writing the teacher complaining that her daughter is not hitting, getting the grade that she wants in reading and writing when this is what she has to learn from. And everybody in the comment section picked up on this. Like everybody's like, did you really send this to the teacher? Why didn't you write an email? Because emails have spell check. So she would have been able to catch some of this stuff. The letter is definitely giving no child left behind. You, as an adult, wrote a letter in pencil with little to no punctuation, grammar all over the place. Literally, though, THO, that lady in the teacher's line laughing at the note by itself. I'm not gonna hold you. And she's right. This teacher took this to the principal and said, I'm having a issue with one child. Her parents feel like she's not getting the correct grades in reading and writing when it comes to progress. This is the letter that she wrote to me. And the principal probably looked at that and said, I know what we're going to do. So let's just watch the next video. All right, so we are going to watch the next video because she was really surprised that everybody said something about her writing. So here is the next video.
Honestly, I really don't care what y'all talking about because I know that I'm smart. I wrote the letter just on some like mad fast stuff. Like I know that some of the stuff really wasn't misspelled. Maybe used the wrong wording. Like what it's different words for. It's like 2 or 3 words for different things. So like what and
No,
what.
there's not.
Oh, I missed the H out of what and
That there's two or three different words for different stuff. The word you is only Y-O-U. It is not the letter U. The word what is W-H-A-T. The word though, like here's the issue that I think is the biggest issue is that she seems like she's younger than me. I can tell the way she wrote that she's younger than me. She's writing like she's texting. So instead of writing W-H-A-T, you write W-A-T. Instead of writing out of, you write O-U-T-T-A. Instead of writing you just put the letter U. Like that's how she's writing, and that is the issue with kids who are having anybody younger. I feel like younger than 30 who had kids. Um, they this is what we get. This is what happened when they were having kids between the kids that born from parents who are now between the ages of 25 and 30. They don't have a concept of actually one communicating with teachers. They think that teachers are lazy and that teachers should be doing all of this and that and blah blah blah. Why the teacher's not doing this? I'm not buying no school supplies. I'm not doing nothing. I don't have to. That's what they go to school for. There's no cooperation. I know my mother when I was younger, again, I'm 40, she was always talking to the teacher. I was like, oh, why are you best friends with her? Like, please stop talking to the teacher. I do not need any help from you. Like, you're making it worse. Like, that was for me and my brother. And now that I'm a parent, I had kids later in life and I'm a stepmother, I'm talking to the teachers all the time. And a lot of the women in my age group are like that. But those girls who had kids between 20 and 30, this is what you get.
through and shit like that. Okay, yeah. Hey, it is what it is. I could care less. So y'all can keep all that bullshit to yourself. And what you're not gonna do is downplay my child off a note that I wrote because she's very smart. So keep the stupid sideways comments to yourself. Because I don't play about my kids.
Nobody was talking about your kids, ma'am. They're talking about you. They're talking about you. Your daughter is in kindergarten going into first grade. She's supposed to struggle with reading and writing. That's the whole thing of going to school and learning and growing and progressing. She's supposed to learn, but she needs to have an example of at home on how to read and write. Everybody in the comments is making fun of you and your lack of ability to write properly so that your daughter has something to learn from. No one is talking about your child. So no one's playing about your baby. Everybody is seeing that you have horrible writing skills. It's just the comprehension here is crazy. So let me just pull up another one because there's multiple. And here's the last one I think we're gonna watch. because, and then I'll go into the rest of the thing. So the mom got the grade
So I
change.
went to Koya school today and I talked with the principal, her teacher, and the counselor. And we were all trying to get on one accord on why Koya scored all ones on the writing, the handwriting part of the rubric. And me and the principal basically were on the same page. Like,
Really quick, I have to say something, and I see this in a lot of body cam footage, 'cause I watch that sometimes too. The fire alarm thing is my biggest pet peeve this side of the Mississippi. I hate that. I hate it, hate it, hate it. When the one goes off here, with all the cold weather that we've been having, the fire alarm for some reason has been triggered for because the heat's been staying on. It started beeping off. I let that thing beep once before I looked at my husband and said, "You better go get that ladder and get that down and stop that." It is my biggest pet peeve. So, ladies, if you're single, call somebody and have them fix your fire alarm. That beeping is just it's obnoxious. That's just, it's a side note, but let's continue.
on her essays and the stuff that she brought, that she showed me that Koya do in school, and her tests, all for her handwriting, they all were twos. So we were trying to figure out why did she put all ones on her report card. That don't make any sense. And y'all can see that in the last video I just posted. The principal was on my side and she agreed to change her grade to what it's supposed to be. And she got all twos now because she's progressing. She needs practice, but she is doing everything correctly. So for all you fucking haters, fuck you, bitch. And I'm not fucking slow because of that fucking letter. I wrote it fast because I didn't have any time. I didn't have time.
If it was that big of a deal for you as a parent, you could have made time. You could have stayed up late at night, you could have written it, and you wrote it in pencil. If it was a big deal to you that your daughter needed to have the grade changed, you as the parent should step your best foot forward. I will give you a situation that I had. I had to go get my oldest from school, from high school, and he told everybody that he didn't feel good, that he had an earache, the whole gambit of excuses. I know my son, he had gotten in trouble in school the day before for doing something crazy. And I knew I'm getting called because he just didn't want to be at school. But he complained enough and whatever, worked himself up enough where they really said he wasn't feeling good. So they sent him home. So I had to go get him. I go and get him. I look at him and say, "Are you serious right now? Like, why am I here? Like, what is going on with you?" "Oh, my ear hurts." "What do you mean your ear hurts? What are you talking about? You just had a doctor's appointment. Nothing is wrong with you." Out of nowhere, another teacher starts talking. Two other teachers started like, "Oh no, he's really saying that his ear hurts, and oh, he doesn't feel good, and oh my, you really should take him home." I ignored her because I don't have anything to talk to you about because the two women are not my son's teacher. My son's special needs, so he has specific teachers who know me very well. I talk to these women all the time. These are just two random women who happen to be teachers in the office. I don't care what they have to say. I do not care what they have to say. So I'm continuing to talk to him like, "Do you really want to go home? I'll take you home, but it doesn't mean you're not gonna have to come back to school the next day. So why am I here?" He was like, "I mean, my ear really hurts." I was like, "Fine, I will take you home because I don't want to have to get called later." So as we're walking away, the teacher was like, "Devin, tell your mom you're really sick. You gotta really speak up for yourself." I looked at her and said, "What did you say?" She's like, "Well, Devin needs to speak up and just let you know that he's not feeling well." And I was like, "Absolutely not." That's what I said under my breath. I went and put Devin in the car. I went to the office and said I need to speak to somebody from the ESEA program immediately. There was nobody available. I went home and I wrote an email, a very long email that I edited multiple times, even put the thing through ChatGPT and said, "Does it sound professional?" It spit it back a better version of me. And then I sent it to the teacher who promptly called me and said, "Who are these teachers? Like, I was off campus. Why was Devin taken to the office for an earache? Like, why did that even happen and why wasn't I informed?" And I figured that's what had happened, that his actual regular teachers did not know what was going on, and some random substitute teacher was doing things and believing stuff that actually wasn't happening. But again, I didn't rush and write that email because it was very important that the teachers knew that it is not their place to try to advocate Devin against me. It is not their place to, try to demean me as a parent and that I'm not listening to my kid. So I really put an effort writing that email and I got a prompt response. That's a long story, but I just wanted to get that out because that was again, something happened that I didn't like, so I was vocal about it. After this, I'll tell you my feedback about Miss Domineashia.
Write it, type it, whatever. I was ready to go to the school and get the meeting and all that over with. So stop fucking playing on my top. Don't play on Koya's top. And we got those grades changed. Thank you. So
The reason she got the grade changed is because nobody at the school wanted to deal with her. That's the reason why she got the grade changed. She didn't get the grade changed because Koya deserved it or Koya needed it or whatever, whatever. She got the grades changed is because the principal saw the original letter. The teacher probably realized that she is fighting a losing battle and that it's easier just to give Koya the grade that she wanted, so that this cannot end up being a back and forth and they have some woman like her, in their office bothering them about stuff that in reality she's not going to get help from at home. I mean, it's just a losing battle for teachers. And that's why a lot of teachers are leaving the profession. And a lot of sports coaches actually are leaving the profession of sports coaching because of the parents. It's not because of the kids, it's because of the parents. The parents don't care. The parents are more mad at the teachers for not doing 1,000% of the work 24/7 when the child is only in school 8 hours a day. You know, 'cause sports coaches are tired, are loving coaching their students, but having to deal with psychotic parents who are getting mad at teenage umpires for making the wrong calls or coaches who don't do what they want. Educators and coaches are tired of it. They're tired of the parents. It has absolutely nothing to do with kids who aren't trying or not listening or whatever. It's just it's sad. And Dominecia is an example. And she does multiple videos after this because what ended up happening is a lot of teachers. The video went viral. It's got 2.3, what is it? 1.3 million views on the video with the letter. And then multiple teachers started commenting and writing her back and saying, well, hey, you can try this, or hey, let's try that. Your letter was bad. You seem kind of dumb. I mean, that's what the feedback she was getting. And she kept posting multiple videos. And then she was wondering why she's not getting paid out from the creator fund for all the views she got, basically putting herself and her child on blast. So I'm eager and I'm hoping there's more teachers who follow me to let me know how they feel about, teaching and as sports coach, little league coaches feel about coaching because I feel for you guys. And that's why I try to be as active in my kids' lives. I'll give you another example. My kids both had their quarterly, is it quarterly? Yeah, it's quarterly. The quarterly like testing. They're both 4 going on 5, and they still have to do the reporting. And recently, Leela's came back at right above the level she's supposed to be, and my son's is way above where he's supposed to be. He's ready to do a TED Talk. Like he drives me crazy. And I could have said, well, Leela's just as smart as Noah. I mean, you're just missing out, or you guys can't give her the test that way. You can't give her to an iPad because she doesn't like iPad. She likes writing and doing it that way. So why can't you do the test that way? I could have said that. But what is that going to do? Instead, I was like, tell me some online tools that you guys are using on iPad so I can show her how to use an iPad and do it quickly. My daughter doesn't like swiping. She likes finding something she likes on her iPad, sitting there and watching it until I say iPad time is over and she gives it back. With the testing that they're doing, she's having to swipe and pick and swipe and pick and swipe and pick, and she's just not ready to do that. She doesn't like to do it. So I mean, that's what you do as a parent. You ask the teachers, what can I do to help? Same thing with my oldest. He's special needs. I'm getting mommy right now, but those are my stories. So listen, I will see you guys in the next video. Drop them in my comments and good luck with the rest of your day. What's up, guys?